doing some gardening, you know it's so much easier to go ahead and use a tool like this to till your garden rather than having to use those manual tools. Sunjoe is bringing us a 2-in-1 handheld and long handle tiller cultivator. So you're going to get your dirt all tilled and cultivated to make sure that your plants are in there perfectly and they're really going to be growing to their kind of superior levels. This should be $194 today. It is a $74 savings, one of the best savings in our show. $119.99 to bring this one home. You can use it handheld for your smaller tasks. Maybe you have planters or kind of a raised bed situation, or the long handle for those bigger tasks. There is just this beautiful black color here, and then you are going to get your beautiful tiller, the battery, and the cultivator head as well. So you don't need to have a battery. It's going to come with that one. It's a 2 amp lithium battery, cultivator head, and then of course that claw tiller as well. We're going to welcome back Sean Pickford, who's here with us. He brings us our Sunjoe and Snowjoe and so many great products. And Sean, this really is the way where we don't have to do the back-breaking work of tilling because Sunjoe is going to do that hard work for us.
Yeah, this is a perfect size. I mean, there's no gas, there's no oil, there's no maintenance required to this. You just hit a button. So I got some bare spots in my lawn here. What would I normally do? Well, normally I'd break out the shovel here and I'd try and turn them over. And you know what? This is a lot of work. Leave it to Sunjoe to say, you know what? Let's put a battery on it. And then what? I'm just going to go through the little spots that I need to go ahead and fill up that grass. So now I can put down my grass seed and it'll take root, because you got to turn the soil over to do that. The other great thing is I don't have to get on my hands and knees to do it. I talked about planter boxes, like you said, or raised flower beds like you're seeing here. What would you normally use? Well, this is a hand trowel. All right, this will do the job, but it's a lot of work using this. Now, watch. I'm going to take this apart, and it's going to take all of a few seconds. So I'm going to take this piece off here at the top. Okay? And all I'm going to do is take the extension pole out of here. All right? And notice, look, I even got the roots and the weeds up.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
So this is awesome for weeding.
I love this, real time.
Weeding as well. Yeah, so click it into place, move the extension handle. Now I'm at the perfect height to do anything I want to do on the planter boxes, the raised flower beds, maybe it's a garden, whatever it might be. And it really does a fast and efficient job, as opposed to me having the one size where now I'm reaching way up here to control everything.
Right.
This makes it perfect for all those raised potted plants and flower beds or whatever you might have. And again, it's nice and lightweight, but really powerful to get the job done.
Yes, it weighs 6.2 pounds, and I assume that that is with the actual handle as well. So without that 6.2, yeah. most of the weight is in the base here. So it may be similar to that, but you're still looking at under 6.2 pounds, whichever option you go with, whether it is that longer option or it is that handheld version. And all you have to do, as Sean said, is just remove this interior section that kind of extends it, and then you have that handheld version. And Sean, talk to us about Sunjoe, because for anyone who hasn't known or heard of Sunjoe, they have just the best products that are really reliable and really make our lives a lot easier.
Yeah, everything we have with Sunjoe comes with the warranty. This one has a 4-year warranty on it. We've been here at QVC for over 15 years, so we thoroughly test everything. We basically take a look at all the tools that are out there and say, all right, how can we make it easier for you, the consumer, to use it? There's no gas, there's no oil, there's no maintenance on this. All you do is put your battery on there. It's going to come with a charge on it. And then you can start tilling. So again, I can just sit right in there, get the weeds up. So over here, I got some weeds growing in my mulch. I can get rid of the weeds in the mulch. It's also great for turning over the mulch. After the sun starts to take some of its color away because it starts to fade, go ahead and take this through your mulch beds. Turn over the mulch beds, make them look really good. When you start to get weeds in your vegetable gardens, well, don't spend time on your hands and knees getting rid of the weeds. This is small and compact where you can see the size of it, the head right there, all right? And those little tines go back and forth. They're the perfect size to go between your tomato plants, your cucumbers, your peppers, whatever you may have planted, and not disturb your plants, but get rid of the weeds that are robbing the nutrients that your plants need.
That's a great idea, Sean. I planted some roses this year. My dad came and helped me plant some roses from Cottage Farms, and I'm having these ugly weeds kind of popping up between the roses. So this would be a really great way to just go gently around the roses. I don't have to disturb the roses, but I can get up those weeds. And you're seeing, I'll hold it this way so you can kind of take a look and see, it is going to go downward. So when I'm holding it, right, it's going to give that downward control, but you're seeing that as I'm holding, I'll come just to the side here so you can kind of see this way, but you've got, right, as I'm holding it, I don't need to be like this over the top of it. It's just going to still, as I'm guiding it, it still gives that downward tilling. So Sean, it really does allow for that precision that we need.
It allows for the precision that you need. The weight, most of the weight is in the head here, so that helps you dig down. If you need to press down on this, you can. And I love that it's got the rechargeable battery on it, so I'll just show you. All right, here's mine. You can see the dots lit up. All right, I have 2 of the 3 dots, so I still have plenty of power left to do the tilling. So you get about 30 to 45 continuous minutes of use. If you have one of our other Joe products where it says 24V on the battery, you can go ahead and pop that on there, and instead of waiting for it to recharge, takes about an hour and a half to recharge, but you use it over and over and over. And like I said, I love it not just for tilling things, but for turning over the mulch, getting rid of the weeds, all those things. If you really need to dig a hole, this will dig a hole. If you just hold it in place, kind of bounce it up and down, this will go down. You can move it back and forth. Now you can go ahead and you can plant your bulbs or your smaller potted plants or flowers that you may be getting from the stores right now or from QVC. I got a few things that were delivered from QVC about 3 weeks ago. So planted them out front. I use this to dig the hole. It's a smarter way to do it. I mean, this does its job, but this has all work on my part.
Yes.
This does all the work when I need other things.
Yeah, it's not back-breaking anymore because Sun Joe has everything covered for us. And you're so right. The weight is down in the base at the head, so that's going to help it to kind of dig down and dig in. So you're just going to have that very easy-to-use option to be able to just get everything that you need. And there's that spinning that you're seeing. So that's the impact that you're going to have to move around your dirt in your mulch beds. And you can either stick it all the way down or just kind of go along the top. So you have a really easy to use cultivator and a tiller system. And Sean, could you show us again how to kind of convert from short to long or long to short?
Yeah, basically all you're doing is you're taking out the center section. So this is 24 inches long. All right. All you do is there's a little latch. You undo the latch here, pull it out. You undo the latch at the top, pull it out, then you connect the top and the bottom together. So now I have something that's more convenient. Look, I can even do this with one hand because pound is not a lot of weight. So whether it's your raised flower beds, your potted plants, whatever it might be, it does a really good job of tilling that soil. You can go ahead and you can rinse the tines off. Mine's 3 years old. It looks brand new. All I do is rinse it off at the end of the season.
Okay.
So, and to convert it back, again, all I do is open up this little thing here, take the top piece off, take the pole, slide this down in here, and really you can't make a mistake on this guy. So all right, it's what we call plug and play.
Great.
Simple, easy, fast, efficient. Voila, you went from handheld to now fully extended. And look, I'm 6 feet tall. This is the perfect height. This handle is also adjustable.
Oh,
for me, it's perfect height right here, the way I want to use it. So put that in place, fill up some of the yard here because I'm going to put down some grass seed. So get rid of some of the roots and some of the weeds. That's what I like about it. So you can see the weeds and stuff that you get up. This does a great job of getting the weeds down to the roots so you don't have to worry about them coming back a second time.
That's amazing. And you're just going to recharge that battery every time and use it again and again. It's a $74 savings today. So a really great way to just get less of that back-breaking work and have all the hard work done for you with Sun Joe, but you're still going to get outside and enjoy the fresh air and the sunshine. This is $119.99 today in this beautiful black color from Sun Joe. So give us a call, 800-500-7590. That's always the best way to place your order on QVC too. Sean, great to see you. I'm going to see you in my next hour, and we'll be talking the Dynatrap. So I'll see you there.
Yeah, we'll take care of your bugs.
Yes, amazing. All right, my friends.